the only good thing that came out of Revenge of the Fallen is that it gave us Jeremy Jahns. As for the rest of it, what, it's empty? Oh, fuck. You know what kind of movie you're in for when even the director himself, Michael Bay, admits Transformers 2 was crap. And this is an even-numbered Transformers movie. You know it's gonna get a rant. So, Revenge of the Fallen, or Revenge of the Bay, as Mr. TARDIS 11 refers to it, tells the story, if there even is one, of Sam Witwicky. He's going to college, which is a pointless fucking filler that we don't need, and Mikaela is just there to be hot and have shots of her ass on a motorbike, and there's this whole thing with the Tomb of the Primes that dates back to ancient Egypt and some fucking complicated mumbo-jumbo which they never explain properly, and Optimus Prime only appears like once or twice before he dies in the forest fight protecting Sam from Megatron, and the fallen and ancient Decepticon is apparently rising again, even though he's barely in the movie, which leads them to another big CGI climax, only in ancient Egypt this time, which you don't care about because you know who's gonna win the day, and you know what, fuck it, there is no plot. So they just took the plot of the first movie and just put it in a blender. Okay, calm down, Harry. I am someone who liked the first one, but I hate Revenge of the Fallen. Revenge of the Fallen is a awful sequel, but a fucking awful movie on its own. Michael Bay, what the fuck happened? You did a great job with the first film. You got it right. That's what we, for the most part, wanted in a live-action Transformers film. I mean, to be fair, at least he apologised for Revenge of the Fallen and promised he'd make the third one better. And at the time, he did. I accepted his apology, which I will explain in my Dark of the Moon review. Whether he kept his promise for the fourth and fifth movie is another story. But what really makes me mad is that he actually completely blames the writers' strike for how this movie turned out. I'm glad he admits that it was crap, because it was, but to go as far as putting all the blame on the writers' strike, I mean, to be fair, there was a writers' strike at the time, but it's Michael Bay's fault as well. This is his movie, he directed it and wrote it, so he deserves as much blame as the writers' strike. If he could make the first movie good, there's no excuse why this movie couldn't have been just as good. That being said, is there anything to actually enjoy in Revenge of the Fallen, despite its numerous fuck-ups and flaws? Well, technically no, but at least it did give us Jeremy Jahns, as I said in the opening. Fact, that was his very first video. And the famous forest fight is cool. At least that's what you paid to see in a Transformers film. But that's it. I'm afraid they alone are not enough to make a good movie, guys. No matter how good they are. This is a absolute disgrace of a sequel, and it started the bad reviews and is the whole reason why the critics just despise Transformers in general. If this movie had been better, the critics would have a softer spot for these movies. I mean, it's one of the messiest summer blockbusters I have ever seen. There is no story. There's no direction. Michael Bay was just like, he couldn't. It's as if he couldn't think of anything at all for a second film, so he just wanted to throw out of his arse something, anything that would make him money. I am shocked that this movie made 800 fucking million at the box office. I hope those poor souls who had to sit through this torture got their money back. He just threw in everything. There's far too much going on, and none of the plots connect together or even make any sense. This is one of the most nonsensical plots ever written. Even, kids could write better scripts than this. The whole first act is piss poorly paced, with Sam's personal life at college and his relationship with Mikaela. It's so boring. It's just fucking filler at its worst. You could have removed that. We don't need it. And as well as the military subplots, which served absolutely no purpose apart from the fact that Michael Bay has a obsession with the military for reasons, and the Tomb of the Prime's backstory. Talk about waste of potential. This could have been a great backstory dating back to and relating to the origins of Cybertron, but it's barely focused on. It's so little talked about in the movie. It might as well have not been there. And character-wise, with the exception of Optimus Prime, all of them, both old and new in this movie, are bad. All just, they're so badly written. Shia LaBeouf had charm to him in the first film, but here he is fucking annoying. How he keeps screaming, Optimus, for the 5th fucking time. And Megan Fox, bless her, she does try more than people say she does, but Michael Bay just writ her in this film as a complete sex object and tried to make her look as hot as possible by zooming the camera in on her ass when she's sitting on the motorbike. Ah, Michael Bay. And then we've got the Decepticon who disguises herself as this gorgeous girl who attempts to fuck Sam for some information when the camera zooms in on her ass and we see her tail come out of her butt. For fuck's sake, Michael Bay, write women as characters rather than sex objects. And as for Sam's parents, if you thought they were obnoxious in the first movie, they're obnoxious here times 10. Michael Bay put them in the movie as much as he fucking can. They make the movie a hellishly awful experience. John Turturro, he is at his worst in this franchise. Michael Bay actually felt the need to show his arse. As if anybody wanted to see that. And yeah, this movie focuses far too much on the human characters, and as for the Transformers, the Autobots and Decepticons, most of them are completely wasted. Optimus Prime only appears like 2 to 3 times before he gets killed off. But if they were going to bring him back to life at the end anyway, what the fuck was the point of killing him off in the first place? That was to force drama into the second act. And poor Bumblebee, they established he could talk at the end of the first film, but he hardly says any lines of dialogue here. And the Fallen is such a shitty antagonist. He does nothing but sit on a ship for the majority of the film, and even when he does show up, Optimus Prime defeats him in literally 5 seconds at the battle at the end, and Megatron is in the movie for no reason. In fact, they make him so weak in this film. And Starscream does fuck all. Most of the other Decepticons do fuck all. Yeah, this movie has like 40 Transformers, and none of, for the sake of it, and none of them amount to anything. The little Decepticon is, without question, the most horrible Transformers character I've ever seen. The one who breaks into Sam's house and is interrogated by Mikaela. I fucking hate this character with a passion. Jar Binks is a better character and more tolerable than him. There, I says it. Finally, the two comic relief characters, which everybody calls the Jar Binks of the movie. The two Transformers voiced by Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants. Tom Kenny, a wonderfully talented, genius voice actor, and they almost squandered his career with this movie. I hope they apologise to him. These two characters, they get on your nerves. They are completely unfunny. Just cut them the fuck out of the movie. No wonder this movie's a mess. There's way too many characters. Even the action sucks. Yes, it was fun to watch in the first Transformers, but there's hardly any of it in this movie. Most of it is just the human characters and whatever the hell they're doing. And even when we do get to see Transformers fighting, the forest fight's the only good one. However, the opening Shanghai battle and the final Egyptian battle will make you snore. I just put up a pillow and took a nap while they were happening. I couldn't be asked to watch it. And the final showdown between Optimus and Megatron and the Fallen, most underwhelming, anticlimactic final battle that your eyes will witness. It lasts 5 seconds. That's it. All that build up for nothing. And but my biggest fucking issue with this of a movie is it has atrocious comedy. None of the jokes made me laugh. You won't even raise a chuckle at these. It's just made up of stupid, unnecessary, appalling sex jokes that nobody asked for in a movie titled Transformers. What the fuck was Michael Bay drinking when he was writing this shit? I mean, he includes dogs humping each other and having sex. Mr. Bay, what possessed you to think that any moviegoer would want to see a dog sex in a Transformers film? And the movie's comedy takes up, too much of the runtime. The movie's tonally, all over the place. It doesn't know what it wants to be. Is it an action movie or is it a comedy? Literally, after Optimus Prime is dead, the movie cuts straight to Sam's obnoxious parents eating a dinner in Paris. Just fuck you, Michael Bay. And I almost forgot to mention Devastator, because he's a great Decepticon who does jack shit as well. And the joke from John Turturro, I'm beneath the enemy's scrotum. Michael Bay, you can suck my balls. Also, what was the point of having the Decepticon hump Megan Fox's leg? So, Revenge of the Fallen is the first Transformers movie to give this series a bad name. It's one of the worst in the series, the worst movie of 2009 by far, and one of the most terrible summer blockbusters ever made. I give Revenge of the Fallen 0 stars out of 5. I needed therapy after watching this shitty sequel. Do not fear, Mr. Thomas, just watch Transformers 3. Thanks, Doc. Dark of the Moon is indeed a better movie. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant, and what do you think of Revenge of the Fallen? Please comment, let me know. Please like this video and subscribe, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please follow me on Twitter and on Google+. And I'll see you next time for my Dark of the Moon review. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.